I'd like to thank everybody for coming tonight, and also I'd like to thank everyone who helped put this together. It's a great event. I think it's going to continue to grow. I would like to talk a little bit about respect, not necessarily who you should respect or what you should respect, but what are things that we can do to help encourage respect of other people and other things, and just that in general. So there's 4 things which I really think about when I think about things that will help us be respectful. The first one is love of self, and I don't mean that in a narcissist way. I mean in a way where you are able to be comfortable with who you are, love who you are, and know it. Also be able to combat the negative things which you might say to yourself. We constantly will say negative things to ourselves, doubting ourselves, telling ourselves we're not good, we're not going to be able to do it, I'm not going to win that part, I might lose that match. But can we supplant that with more positive things on a constant basis? So for every one negative thing we say to ourselves, can we supplant that with 3 or 4 positive things to elicit responses so that we know that we can do things and we're sure about ourselves and we're comfortable with who we are. So respecting people, I think it's hard to respect other people and other things if you don't respect yourself, and part of that respecting yourself is being able to honestly love who you are and what you do. So that's the first item which I think about when I think about respect. The second item is love of others, and how do we show that? How do we do that? There's multiple ways that you can do that. You can tell somebody you love them, you can show somebody you love them, you can hug them, you can kiss them. But one way I find that's very effective is to write love letters. So, and what I mean by that is writing letters to your children, telling them that you love them and telling them why you love them and how much you love them, and you love them for who they are, not what they do. And you constantly reinforce that. Students, write your parents letters of gratitude and thankfulness and let them know that what they do means a lot to you, and continue to do that, and you'll develop great relationship and you'll develop great respect through love of others by doing things like that. Congratulate people, reward them when they've done a good job. If you have to correct them in a loving manner. So to respect people, first you love of self, then love of others. The next thing I think that's really important is being able to release any resentment. Any resentment you might have for other people, it could be justified, or even it could not be justified. It could be something that's in your mind. But it's hard to love somebody else, or it's hard to respect somebody else when you're resentful for what they might have done 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Something might have happened to you in kindergarten you're still mad about. So that affects your subconscious psychologically, and it develops negative thoughts. So if you can release that resentment for stuff that people have done wrong to you or for you, and even if you can be conscious of what you've done and correct that, it goes a long way. A resentful person is an angry person. An angry person doesn't respect too many people. They have a tendency to do emotional things. So release all resentment that you might have, and it will help you be more respectful of yourself and other people. And then the last thing I'd like to talk about is being able to forgive yourself for things that you've done wrong, and be able to forgive others for things that they've done wrong to you. It doesn't necessarily mean that they will accept it, but you can accept forgiving yourself. You don't need to punish yourself for what you might have done 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 20 years ago. Those things can all be fixed and erased. If you love yourself and forgive yourself, you'll also be able to forgive others, and you'll have a lasting impact. Okay? That doesn't mean you have to forget everything. It just means you let it go. It doesn't affect your daily life. So those things will help keep you more happy and help you to be able to be more respectful of everybody. And in closing, again, like love yourself, not in a narcissist way. Love others. Release all resentment and forgive others. And those are things which I think will help be able to build respect of yourself, of others, the people that you work with, the people you teach, the people you coach. and your whole family. So it's really, really 4 things which I think about when they asked for people to talk. I said, yeah, I talk, and then I thought, well, why would I do that? Why would I want to get up and talk in front of a bunch of people? Because I'm an introvert. And that's what I tell myself. I'm an introvert. I don't like to talk in front of a lot of people, but I told myself I can do it. I think I'll do a good job, and I have a few things to say, and I think I can make an impact. And I wanted to be one of the first people to be able to do it at the school, and hopefully it can keep building and be a better and a better and a better product. And I'm very grateful and thankful for all the parents and students out there that came today. I really, really appreciate it, and I think it's a great thing for the school. Thank you very much.